Twin Cities. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Chicago Bears. Taken at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mond. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Mond. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Mond looks to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the Vikings who won that one on the road, so they'll look for the sweep here in Minneapolis. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Throw left side on target to Thielen. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be 1st, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kellen Mond. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. Cook, they'll try and run it. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Man open, here is Jones. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here we go. Black, 95. Undercrush. Fury, yellow. Yellow, go.
On first down, here's Mon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, only up 12-0, 1 extra point on the other side can ultimately beat you if they score twice.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told them, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
On 2nd and inches, Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Gonna give this time to the tailback. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover. Now a handoff here to his running back. Space to run past the 20. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Bond out of the shotgun. This one brought in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Returnable for Dorsett. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. To throw is Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Bond looks to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
2nd down. Here's Mond again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Let's go, baby. Steal, black.
Bond going to throw it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And the option play works on the 2-point try. What'd you think of the call?
I like the call. What you're worried about, though, is if the defense blitzes the play. And if they do, what your answer is, the option. Why? If they blitz it, the quarterback has a chance to get rid of it to a trailing back. That one worked pretty well there.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Chicago. Julio Jones, 76 yards. And the Bears cut into that lead. Santos with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Monstro going into the hands of Williams. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Red, yellow. Yellow, zoom.
Mike 10. Kermit. 10's the mic. 10's the mic.
Let's make these old blue.
Let's make these babies crawl a
Blue, go.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
So that'll back him up 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike 10.
Black shot. Slice, 97. Zoom, black.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. On 1st down, Overton. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Drill green.
Now Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Returnable for Dorsett. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now the Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Last stop. Last stop.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Watch the shit.
White. Yellow. Go.
They go play action here. Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
We got double up, double up.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon. He's going to take another shot here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. H3, 2, 18. Chopper.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown Bears. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mond. That'll be complete to Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Check four. Watch tight end. Tight end's right.
Here's Mond. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Three down. Hey, check. 3 down. Mike 4, Mike.
Red.
Cut.
Mega.
Back to throw again. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Black Ultra. Go red.
Oh yeah, and here we go.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
They'll throw now on the final play.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Set, go.
Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike.
Go. Ready, go.
And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Returnable for Dorsett. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 16. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throwing interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he's been able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
It's just me and you.
Mon now off of play action.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Move.
Red, yellow.
3 down. Mike.
Hey, blue.
They'll drop to throw. He'll dump this off to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots, They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Here's second and a yard.
60 red.
Watch tight end. Tight right.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Tens of Mike.
Eat old blue.
I'm coming.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
49 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
31's the Mike.
Yes.
Play action. It's Wilson. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Eric Kendricks in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 4th down, here's Wilson. Looking deep for Julio. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Mond, a quick throw, complete. Touchdown! Adam Thielen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. They are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Get in the weight room. Mike, 4.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Yellow, go.
4. Coming to you. Coming to you.
On 2nd and 10, Mond. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Check.
Red, cycle. Hey, green.
I got motion.
They'll set up to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive.
They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You go tight. You got tight.
22 needle.
You got tight right there.
Blue striker. Hey, red.
Stay at home. Stay at home. Stay at home.
Off the play fake, Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson, 30 yards. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Returnable for Dorsett.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
I got you, son. Be good. Be good. Be good.
Slice blue. Go red.
Pump, pump, pump. Pump, pump, pump.
On 1st and 10, here's Mon.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Yellow, blue, green jacks.
Mon looks to throw. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson
with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here we go now as they will again try for 2. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Let's go, let's bring it.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return. A scoop and score for the Vikings. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. T.J. Green with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Overton. 68 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down, Overton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on first down. Overton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Overton, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
He'll get that complete to his tight end Kmet. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring.
And this is caught. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been him slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'm coming after you. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Slice, 97.
Rush in.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
All day. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Drill, 52. Smash, red.
He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returnable for Dorsett. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll keep it on the ground. Overton, and he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 78 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll try and run for it. Gets through, and now an opening. A big play that time on 4th and 1. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on 4th and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Instead, they get just enough of a hole chopped, and you're thin on the 2nd and 3rd levels, then you become a chaser instead of a tackler.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style.